So this girl has made two videos telling us a little bit more about Bryan. And I thought the information she put out, and she shows proof that she knows Bryan, and uh, the information she put out, I thought was very stuff we needed to know about him. Like, to know who he is, you have to know who he is. And this girl knows who he is. And apparently, people are being assholes and a prick to her. You're going to hear that in this. So, here we go.
So someone had commented and said that, what does something that you knew about him 5 to 10 years ago have to do with anything? The point of the matter is the police want anyone who knew him to reach out to try to get an idea of who he was.
If you want to hear that for yourself from the police department, go listen to the press conference. They 100% in the press conference say if you know him or know anything about him or been around him or know anything from today till 10, 20 years ago, please call and let them know. It's in the press conference. Go watch it if you haven't yet.
Regardless of it was 5 to 10 years ago or 3 minutes ago, like, they want to know. They want to be able to piece it together. And even if it doesn't really help them because it's that long ago, at the end of the day, I knew him. I was friends with him. And I'm not trying to turn this into a whole, I knew him. Oh my God. Nothing like that. I want to be able to get my statement across. I want to be able to, show my story, tell my story. I want my friends to be able to tell my story. I want my brother to, my mom to, which, by the way, my mom and my brother both had called the tip line and gave them their statements. I have a whole freaking novel typed out in my freaking email with the screenshots, which are like 25, by the way. I just want to be able to make sure that I don't know how to explain it. I just want to be able to make sure that I can convey what I know. If it helps or if it doesn't. At the end of the day, there are 4 victims who were brutally murdered. Their families, their friends, they want answers, and I have answers. Maybe not of why he did it, but I know who he was, and I just want to be able to. I don't know.
She does put out some information in her first video, and maybe she says it in her second video too, that this Bryan guy does heroin. So is it a possibility, and I'm not making any excuses, but is it a possibility the night that he did this, he used heroin? Because people on drugs sometimes use, like, their strength is stronger with the drug than if they're not on a drug, if that makes sense. Like, there's been cases where people been strung out and get stabbed or shot or something and still keep going because they're on a certain drug. And maybe that's a possibility of how this guy was able to take on 4 people in one night.
And then someone else said I might get subpoenaed because
And she put that information out, which is information that the law enforcement probably need to know.
Video. Fuck it. Send me a subpoena. I'll make my statement. I'll look him dead in the eye and tell him what a piece of shit he is. You can rot in fucking hell. And then, is it only these 4 people that he killed? I don't know.
That's a fucking good question, because I'm gonna make a video because there's a person that put out a post of 3 cases within this area of this where this one happened that happened kind of similar to this. I will put that post out, or video out. So, is this the only one he did? These 4?
At the end of the day, it's terrifying, and I'm gonna need more than melatonin to sleep tonight. Definitely. Beats me because, thankful I invited him to a party in 2014. He's like, I love you guys. Always will, even if we stop talking one day. That scares me for some reason. It should put me at peace. It should put me at ease, but I don't know. It doesn't. I don't know. So someone had commented and said that.
So yeah, leave this girl alone. She's just telling her story, and her story might actually help with this case. Because a heroin thing, probably not too many people's telling the cops about that.